Kia ora Star Wars fans, welcome to Middle-Aged Kiwi Man collecting Star Wars figures. In this video we're going to do a top 5 countdown of one of the most iconic vehicles in the Star Wars universe, the TIE Fighter. This is my first TIE Fighter that I ever got. Purchased it in 1995, it's from the Power of the Force 2. It's based on the same mould as the original vintage, but it's just got a few differences. Mainly they've taken out the batteries and stuff like that. Anyway, we'll talk about a few notable entries and then we'll get into the top 5 countdown. Okay, let's get straight into it with one of the honourable mentions. This is the one from my intro. It's actually 1995, the Power of the Force TIE Fighter. Absolute classic, based on the original vintage mould, but with all the battery stuff taken out. This one's a little bit green and faded, but still a classic TIE Fighter. Next honourable mention from the Rogue One movie, it comes the TIE Striker. This came out in 2016. It's quite a cool looking design. Unfortunately Hasbro ruined it by putting some Nerf missiles underneath, but yeah, it's another honourable mention in the... Next honourable mention from the sequel trilogy comes this TIE Fighter. It's basically your classic TIE Fighter, but they've just beefed it up a bit. Still has the pop-off exploding wings feature, which is a little bit weird, and basically a lot of the designs for the First Order were just classic Imperial designs that they just beefed up a bit. So yeah, I don't hate the sequel trilogy, and I actually quite like the aesthetics of this. What lets it down is the plastic of the wings, which just makes them bendy and rough. Okay, last and not least of the honourable mentions comes from Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Also this is from the Power of the Force line in the late 90s. One thing this video has shown me is just how dusty these vehicles get when they're up on a high shelf and I can't see it. So I'm going to have to clean them all after this. Basically this is a cool, fun vehicle, has some good play features, but is in dire need of an update. Basically this mould hasn't changed since this one. Okay, we're into the top 5 now, and this is my number 5, and I've gone sequel trilogy again. I've gone for Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer. I love that design with the 4 wings. Nice squared off cockpit. I think it's a really interesting design. This one is a Force Link one, so does actually make noises. Yeah, really like that one. And in fact, I called my work phone the Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer for a while, so there you go. In 4th spot, we got the TIE Fighter from Solo: A Star Wars Story. As a classically scaled TIE Fighter with the smaller wings, that cockpit is solid as. The wings are just made of perfect plastic and rubber or whatever it is. And it even has a break apart feature, which is a lot more solid than the old classic one. Let's see if we can demonstrate. Woomfa, there you go. It comes apart in 2 extremely solid pieces and has the battle damage on there to boot. A very fine TIE Fighter. Okay, in 3rd spot we have the TIE Bomber, that classic bomber from The Empire Strikes Back, and more recently it turned up in the Book of Boba Fett for the scene on Mandalore, the Night of 1,000 Tears. It's just a fantastic vehicle. The 2 holes there, it's got a bomb dropping feature. The bombs come out of there, and the bombs are actually really cool. It's got a missile as well, and just really classically designed style. This one is a Walmart exclusive, which came out, I think it's the Shadows of the Dark Side line. I've got the box, I'll put that up on screen. There is the box for that TIE Bomber. You just can't go wrong. It was already iconic, and then it turned up again in Book of Boba Fett, so yeah. Okay, in here is number 2. It's the only big wing TIE Fighter that I own, and based on the colour in that, I believe it is from the Revenge of the Sith line in 2005. But you can see here what an absolute beast it is, and those wings are massive. They're the same kind of pop apart wings that you got on the original one and the 1995 version. There has been a vintage collection big wing tie that's come out since then. It's got the same pop-off wings, it's got a different colour, it's a lighter grey. But yeah, this is the big wing tie that I own, and that is my number 2. And possibly no surprise, but here is my number 1 TIE Fighter, and that is the TIE Interceptor from Return of the Jedi. As you can see, that it's just an amazing shaped ship. I love the 4 wings. It looks like a hot rod of TIE Fighters, it really does. Absolutely fantastic detail in every single way. Now that one is from the Legacy Collection, the red box. So happy when I picked this one up. It's an outstanding TIE Fighter. Look at that, zooming straight towards you. There's that box for that Legacy Collection TIE Interceptor. Fantastic artwork. And then on the back shows you the troop that it comes with, the pilot, and some of the play features, but a very, very cool TIE Fighter. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a comment below and let me know what your favourite TIE Fighters are. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you all to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you. Especially the ones that have been there from the beginning, but all the new ones as well. Welcome. Ka kite, and I will see you on the next video.